Welcome back to another episode of PTV. I'm Luke Hoover.
And I'm Jalen Miller. I have to say, I'm pretty excited today because we begin our spring break tomorrow.
Me too. I'm ready for a little break before we finish out the school year. Do you have any special plans for over break?
Not really. I'd like to go somewhere, but gas prices are making it a little more difficult than normal.
Higher gas prices affect everyone in some way or another, and that includes students too. Liz Sauer takes a closer look at what that means for our PHS students.
With gas prices on the rise, adults are not the only ones being affected.
So I live 60 miles out of town, so with the gas prices rising, it is becoming more difficult. I personally do not pay for my gas, but it does affect my family because they do pay.
In a recent PTV survey, 88.6% of respondents said that gas prices affect them, whereas 11.4% claim that it doesn't. When the question of who paid for their gas was brought up, 82.9% of students reported paying for their own gas, while 17.1% said that their parents pay for their fuel. When asked how much do they spend on a full tank of gas, the answers varied from $30 on up.
Most of my entertainment is really driving around with my friends because I got a big car and everybody comes in, so I cruise around and gas prices are no bueno right now. The gas prices rose. It was really like $35 and now it's like $55 to even $60 for a full tank, so it's like outrageous.
For PTV, this is Liz Sauer.
I don't know about you, Luke, but since I've paid for gas lately, I don't have extra funds to run my car through the car wash, and I've noticed that I'm not the only one whose car is out in the parking lot is getting dirty. So I've decided I'd look a little deeper into students and their thoughts on cleaning their cars. Take a look.
As we glance at the high school parking lot, you'll notice one big difference in the cars. Those that are really clean and those that are really dirty.
Honestly, I used to try and keep my car really clean when I first got it, but it kind of turned into the car we take every time I hang out with my friends, and it's just kind of been through a lot, so it's too much work to try and keep it clean all the time. The inside is worse, though. I don't remember whose this is.
While some don't care as much about the cleanliness of their cars, others take great pride in a clean ride.
I like cleaning my pickup because I like having it clean because it looks a lot better than having it dirty or having it, well, not tidy and clean. And I don't really want to be like my brother at all, and his car is always filthy, so I always feel like I gotta be better than him. So that's another part of the reason why I always do it.
And then some cars are in a category all of their own.
So it's already camo, and if it was muddy, that would be even more of an eyesore, so might as well keep it clean. You know, you got to have the Panther key and then a thing of oil, because she likes to burn some of that.
For PTV, this is Jalen Miller.
You know, it's easy to complain about gas prices, homework, jobs, etc., but really, we don't have it that bad.
That's for sure. In American history class, we're studying the Great Depression, and we've got it way better than they had it back then.
You have to make the best with what you have, and that's what students learned as Mr. Fiskus's class teamed with Mrs. Weisar's class to learn about foods during the Depression. Here's more on that.
History and facts classes work together to learn more about food options during the Great Depression.
So what we do every year is that we go into Mrs. Weisar's room and we try to replicate what it would be like growing up in the Midwest and cooking for our entire class.
Mr. Fiskus wants students to have fun while learning and also be appreciative of what we have today.
First, I hope they gain a little bit of just hands-on knowledge. It's a little bit different than being in the classroom. It's a little more fun. I also hope they realize how fortunate we are today because we can go to our refrigerator, we can go to our pantries, and there's an abundance of food.
The classes were given very limited supplies.
We try to simulate not having enough supplies, having only root vegetables because we grew up during the Depression, and then the scarcity of the items.
Altogether, students enjoyed this hands-on project.
Overall, I think it was good. There was one group that made something that I thought was a little iffy to try, but it was definitely something new. I think
My group and there was a few other groups that had really good food, and it was overall a good experience.
For PTV, this is Allie Van Kooten.
He rocks in her office all day long, sorting out her papers and singing her song. She always has a smile when answers the phone, sitting at her desk in a royal throne. Office Robin, Office Robin. You gotta stop and say hi, cause you know you're gonna have a good time. She sees you in the morning with a big old grin, making sure everyone comes and checks in. She has everything you could ever need. Everybody knows she can never be beat. Office Robin, Office Robin. You gotta stop and say hi, cause you know you're gonna have a good time. Sweet little lady in the desktop band, teaching her song, saying it was grand. Taught us all to dance and bless her soul. She helped out the teacher and the principal. She walks in her office all day long, sorting out her papers and singing her song. She always has a smile when answers the phone, sitting at her desk in a royal throne. Office Robin, Office Robin. You gotta stop and say hi, cause you know you're gonna have a good time.
Thanks, Office Robin, for being a good sport, and thanks for the work that you do at PHS.
The FFA at PHS was also working hard a couple of weeks ago when they celebrated FFA Week to promote their organization. Take a look.
The PHS FFA chapter recently celebrated FFA Week.
So FFA Week is a week that's celebrated across the United States by all FFA chapters. It's really a week where we celebrate FFA being founded and all the leadership and just life skills that students learn in FFA.
From passing out treats to the student body to cooking breakfast for staff, FFA Week was full of activities.
So for FFA Week this year, we are doing a teacher breakfast, which is where we are now. We're also preparing dirt cups for the FFA kids and trail mix for the student body. We've also done $1 for a hat day. We got the teachers to wear jeans, so that's always exciting. And yeah, so just kind of a quiet week, but we've done a lot of good things. So.
Miss Dix appreciates the extra time she gets to spend with her students.
My favorite part about FFA Week is just how much time I get to spend with my FFA kids. There's a lot of prep that goes into this week, and it's really fun to spend time outside of the classroom with these kids and really get to know them outside the classroom.
My favorite part about FFA Week is wearing our hats in school.
Although FFA Week is full of fun activities, it's really about getting the word out about FFA.
I just hope that we brought more awareness to school about what FFA is and the opportunities that they have in FFA. I also hope that it was a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed FFA Week this year.
For PTV, this is Allie Van Kooten.
When students return from spring break, several core classes will start taking state assessments.
Gee, I can't wait.
Although state assessments can be a little stressful, there's one test that seems to rise to the top of the list for creating stress. The ACT.
Jackson Papp tells us more on this next segment.
PHS juniors take advantage of the free ACT given by the state.
About 3 years ago was an initiative by the state of Kansas. Basically, the state of Kansas is paying for that one opportunity to take the ACT. And so that's why we did that on Tuesday.
Students feel pressured to do well on the ACT because of scholarship opportunities.
It's important because it can determine how much money you get for scholarships and to go to different colleges, and it can determine what college you go to.
Like all tests, preparation remains important.
Yeah, I did prepare by taking practice tests that we had on Zello, and we also had a lot of days in class to prepare and take different tests and look through notes, and we learned different things in class and went over things we'd already learned.
Although not all schools require the ACT, a big score can still equal big bucks.
The ACT is going to be a benefit as far as an entrance exam into school. Now, some schools are not requiring it. Like the past, it used to be a requirement. You had to get a certain score to get admitted to the schools. It's not as stringent a requirement anymore, but it can be a lot of scholarship money depending on how well you score on that ACT.
Taking the test more than once can be very beneficial.
What I like about it is it gives everybody an opportunity to take the ACT in your own school the first time, so you're a little bit more comfortable with it. And then it allows people to understand what the test is about, and possibly then gives them an opportunity to go take it again. You're familiar with the instructions. You're familiar with basically everything on the ACT. It's just you'll have a new set of questions. So hopefully, if you take it a second time, you're a lot more relaxed, if you can be relaxed taking that type of test.
For PTV, this is Jackson Pop.
Another traditional spring event is parent-teacher conferences.
Spring conferences are quite a bit different than fall conferences, as you'll see in this next story.
This spring's parent-teacher conferences were more about the student and less about the parent and teacher.
This spring's conferences are different than the ones in the fall. They are actually student-led conferences where it kind of encompasses, we're not really looking at grades as much. We're looking at kind of what the student wants to do in the future as far as, kind of a career choice. Maybe if they want to go to school, if they don't want to go to school, if they want to go into the military, all those different things are avenues they could pursue. And they've done some exploring online with our Zillow program to see, what they're best suited for. And basically it's all student-led, and hopefully the parents, the teacher, or advisor / teacher, and the student are all on the same page, and that's kind of our goal of these conferences.
Students created presentations to show their parents their goals and plans for the future.
We had a template sent to us by Mr. Burrish explaining basically just like the top 3 colleges that you want to go to, why you chose those, what all you plan on doing while you're there, and your majors. I did take my own little spin on it, and we had our parents come in and sit down with us and talk to us about it with our teachers.
Although fall and spring conferences have different purposes, both kind of conferences are meant to help students become more successful.
I think there's advantages to both types of conferences. If you need to address specifics in a classroom setting, then meeting with the parents can be beneficial. But I also think that this type of conference is beneficial because a lot of parents and students maybe don't make that connection about their futures, and so I think this was a way for students to organize the information and for their parents to actually see here's what their students have in mind for their futures.
I like this more than regular parent-teacher conferences just because if you don't have a parent that you talk to a lot, they can know more about what you're doing and they can help you if you need, and it just gives you a better idea of what you're going to do.
Overall, I like it this way more because you kind of get to put your own twist and perspective into the conference that you usually don't get to.
I really like the student-led conferences. Most of the time I find out new information about my own child that I hadn't heard at home, so it's really good to have that opportunity to hear new information as well as give them a chance to present because they're going to be using that in future careers, so it gives them that experience.
Overall, the conferences were successful.
I thought conferences went really well. All the ones I had scheduled, everybody showed up, and students presented them. They were prepared, they were ready to go, and I thought it was beneficial for everyone involved.
For PTV, this is Andrew LaRue.
Such a cool guy. He's a baller, I wish I call her. You better find your girl cause he just called her. You know it's true, he's a bad dude, and you know he will only improve. He's quiet but he's funny and everybody loves him. He's a goofy cool kid and everybody trusts him. Has a big mustache, he's the one and the only Adam Mascarenas. He's quiet but he's funny and everybody loves him. He's a goofy cool kid and everybody trusts him. Has a big mustache, he's the one and the only Adam Mascarenas. You always wave when he walks by. If If you see him, you have to say hi. He is so dapper, he moves so swagger, and he always has the moves like Jagger. He'll be your buddy, cause he's so funny, and he's always happy-go-lucky. He's quiet but he's funny, and everybody loves him. He's a goofy cool kid, and everybody trusts him. Has a big mustache, he's the one and the only Adam Mascarenhas. He's quiet but he's funny, and everybody loves him. He's a goofy cool kid, and everybody trusts him. Has a big mustache, he's the one and the only Adam Mascarenhas.
Adam
Mascarenhas.
I think a new trend has just started at PHS.
I don't know about that, but the Phillips County Convention and Visitors Bureau, along with the Hanson Museum, might have just started a new tradition with their Murder at the Hanson Museum event. Take a look.
There's been a murder at the Hanson Museum, and community members are teaming up to try to figure out who did it.
This is a mystery at the museum. It came about by the Convention and Visitors Bureau came to us and they wanted to host an event in Logan that would draw people to Logan. I think that's one of their goals, to get people to come to each of the towns in Phillips County.
After being assigned roles in the storyline, the attendees played their characters well for the duration of the night.
I came to surprise my son, Jimmy. He told me he ran the museum, so I thought, let's go to a world-class museum. Turns out he just works here. So I said, I'll eat, and we'll have the dinner, and we'll go home.
Everyone involved learned how to make their characters their own.
Have you ladies seen some of the men here?
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well, I'm just trying to get some jobs. I'm actually a comedian. If you need anybody hired for anything, I'll do any occasions. Except bar mitzvahs, not really a fan.
Should be a ball game because Jordan came out of retirement. I can't believe I'm actually here.
Aside from just providing an outlet for local entertainment, the event brought in many new faces to the museum.
And we drew in people clear from Lawrence even to come to tonight's event. So it's really nice. It's a great marriage. It brings different people into the museum so they can see our wonderful art exhibit. And then it also just gives the Convention and Visitor Bureau another step towards working on their goals.
For PTV, this is Erin Johnson.
Now it's time for our PTV Sports Report with Jeremy Ford.
Hey Panther fans, welcome to the PTV Sports Update. I'm Jeremy Ford. Our PHS winter sports seasons have come to an end for Panther athletes. Our wrestlers ended their season with state competition in Hayes. Carson Meidel has that recap for us.
5 PHS wrestlers and the coaches headed to Hayes for the Class 321A wrestling tournament. At 106 pounds, senior Theo Kazee started well by winning his first 2 matches and guaranteeing himself a state medal. In the semifinals, though, Kazee lost a close battle which sent him to the backside of the bracket. Kazee finished on the podium in 6th place.
Theo Kazee, had an outstanding tournament on Friday, made it all the way to the semifinals. Avenged a loss that he had earlier in the year at Abilene against a kid from Marysville in the quarters and pinned him. Lost to the eventual state champ 4-0. Come back to wrestle on the backside in the backside semifinals. He lost another close one 3-1, and then he lost another close one for 5th and 6th. So he ended up 6th. Great tournament by Theo, wrestled real well.
At 113 pounds, sophomore Patrick Driggs battled hard but lost his first 2 matches, which ended the tournament for him.
Patrick came in, his first match, he had a tough draw coming in against a kid that was a number 1 from another regional. Lost that one. Second match, we're up 7-1. Got kind of caught in a bad position, ended up getting pinned. He finished his tournament 0-2. But great job by Patrick all year, especially making the state and coming out of that tough regional.
At 120 pounds, freshman Caden Sisson won his first match of the tournament, but lost in the quarterfinals, which sent Sisson to the backside of the bracket. There, he finished on a strong winning streak. He wrestled his way to the 3rd place match where he battled Polinsky from Belleville for the bronze medal. Sisson won by fall and earned a 3rd place on the podium.
We had Caden Sisson. Got a little nervous on his second match. His first match he won, pretty convincingly. He got a tech fall. Second match he was a little bit nervous. Had a ranked kid in the quarters from Belleville. We ended up losing that one. Coming back on the next day, went 4-0. Wrestled real well. Ended up wrestling the same kid from Belleville for third. We ended up pinning him in the second period. So good tournament by Caden.
At 126 pounds, freshman Hunter Sisson also won his first match but lost in the quarterfinals. On the backside of the bracket, Sisson went 3-1, finishing his tournament with a win and a 5th place medal.
Hunter also made it to the quarters, got a pin the first match. Quarters, lost a tough one. Come back, made it to the backside semis to place. Lost again to the Hill City boy, but then ended his with a 5th place finish. Down, ended up throwing a headlock, putting the kid to his back, getting a 5-point move to end up 5th.
At 220 pounds, senior Brock Bursch won his first match of the tournament. Then, in the quarterfinals, Bursch battled Graume of Eskridge Mission Valley. Bursch won in a tiebreak to advance to the semifinals against Wise of Halstead. Bursch won, which put him to the championship match. Bursch could not get past Gertie of Rosala and ended in 2nd place, Phillipsburg's top finisher.
Then Brock, wrestled real well on Friday. Had the number 1 kid on his side. Wrestled a tough match in the quarters. Went into double overtime. Won that match by a point. We wrestled the number 1 kid in the state in the semis. Beat him. So Brock was on a good high. Made it to the state finals, which is a great accomplishment. I know that was one of his goals, was to win state. Just getting there is tough. Didn't wrestle his best. I think he was a little bit nervous in the state finals, but good effort all the way through by Brock. Ended with 30 wins. Placing 6th the year before, not placing his sophomore year, placing 6th his junior year, and then getting 2nd this year. Great accomplishment by Brock.
Excellent weekend. Had a lot of fun, of course, so it's just always a great weekend.
Coach Kenny was pleased with the overall performance of his wrestling team.
I thought we all wrestled really well at state. Just something to build on for next year. We're going to lose 2 of them. Everybody else will be back, plus most of our regional team. So, we're looking forward towards the future.
For PTV, this is Carson Meidel.
Our girls basketball team positioned themselves well for sub-state competition as they hosted the first round against Colby. Here's a look at how that game went.
The Lady Panthers faced off against the Colby Eagles in the first round of the sub-state tournament. Freshman Bryn Billings puts up a 2 for the Lady Panthers. Junior Jalen Miller helps the Panther cause by putting up another point from the free throw line. Billings goes for another 2, and senior Abby Babcock gives the Panthers 2 more points.
I think we came out in the second half. The first half we got down big early. So the second half we came out with more intensity, more want, more effort, and we got the job done.
The Panthers did come out strong in the second half, with junior Terrence Sides putting 2 points up for the Panthers. Junior Trinity Gross shoots this amazing 3. Sides breaks the 58-58 tie in the 4th quarter, then takes the ball back up the court, earning the Lady Panthers their first win of the sub-state tournament.
I'm happy for the fight that they showed again this game, and I think that's just a testament to their character and their will and just how much heart they have.
For PTV, this is Sophie M.
After beating Colby in the quarterfinals, the Lady Panthers then continued sub-state at Goodland and faced TMP in the semifinals. Phillipsburg won that game to advance to the sub-state championship game for the 3rd time in a row. Despite a strong effort, the Lady Panthers came up short in that game. Although the season may not have ended the way they wanted, the girls still had a great season, finishing 18-5 on the year. Our boys team was also able to host the first round of sub-state. Here's how that game went.
The boys basketball team hosted Hoisington for sub-state. The Panthers started out the first quarter good with shots like this 3 from senior Joel Ford. Sophomore Tyler Davis also put points on the board with this layup. During the second quarter, Jesse Blackburn took this one home to increase their lead over Hoisington. Devin Johnson also helped in the second quarter by making this layup. Jesse Blackburn kept the ball rolling in the third quarter with this 3. The Panther offense stayed strong with moves like this from senior Joel Ford. Senior Joel Ford was back in the fourth quarter with 4 back-to-back free throws to end the game. The Panthers came out on top 52-41. Coach Sides was overall pleased with the effort his players gave.
Well, this is a first-round game. Sub-State hosted Hoysen tonight. Got off to a great start and kept the lead throughout the whole game and was able to pull out the win.
Some team highlights. We got out to a good 19-4 start in the first half, and in the first quarter we just came out really well. We were shooting well, and we kept that lead in the second half. We were up 28-11, I believe, and then they cut the lead down, but we were able. Jesse Blackburn hit a nice 3 to put us back up, and then we held the lead since, and we did an okay job of hitting free throws down the stretch, but we were able to keep the lead and hold on for the W.
For PTV, this is Luke Hoover.
After defeating Hoisington, Phillipsburg headed to Goodland for a rematch against Norton. This time, Norton got the best of the Panthers as Phillipsburg lost 37-46. The boys ended the season with an 11-11 record. Congratulations to all our Panther athletes on a solid winter sports season. That's all the time we have for this sports update. I'm Jeremy Ford. Go Panthers!
Are you wrestling with your financial situation? Let First National Bank and Trust help you take down the stress that comes with managing your money. First National Bank and Trust is here for our area athletes, here for our farmers, here for our business owners, here for our families, and
we're here for you.
Jalen, do you have any good luck charms, like a lucky penny, rabbit's foot, something like that?
Nope, the only lucky charms I have are my favorite cereal. They're magically delicious.
Some people think that finding a 4-leaf clover will bring good luck. Do you suppose that's true?
I think it might be. Take a look.
Once upon a time, there was a wee little lad who was just trying to make his way in life, but he was having a very unlucky day.
Oh, there she is. I hope she'll say yes when I ask her out.
I see Shalissa at lunch today.
Yeah.
Will you go to the prom with me, Emma?
Wee little lad, no way I'm going to prom with you.
Not only was he unlucky in love, but he was also unlucky in the classroom.
Good. Oh, wee little lad. I'm so disappointed. That is not okay.
Wee little lad didn't have much luck in sports either.
I'm open! Dude, you blew it. Aww. Why is this day so awful?
But then something happened to the wee little lad.
Oh, a 4-leaf clover. Just when I needed to change my luck.
And his confidence grew.
Did you guys see him? Oh my God, he's so handsome. Oh, I know.
Little lad, will you take us on a prom? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So lucky I found this 4-leaf clover.
And his confidence grew some more.
See here. Oh, wee little lad. What an awesome job. Way to go.
Yes.
High five me right here. Whoa.
And his confidence grew even more because he believed in the luck of his 4-leaf clover.
Wow, this thing's really working for me.
But then...
Are you not going to study for this big test?
I don't need to. I got this 4-leaf clover.
That's not a 4-leaf clover, that's my gum.
Wee little lad didn't need that 4-leaf clover after all. In fact, he hadn't actually found a 4-leaf clover. It was just sticky green gum. All the wee little lad needed was a bit of confidence.
That's all we have for today's episode. I'm Luke Hoover.
And I'm Jalen Miller.
Stay classy, Phillipsburg High.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
At Rogers & Associates Insurance, we serve the Midwest. We offer home, auto, commercial, and farm insurance policies and provide solid options for life and health insurance. For those unexpected life events like hail, wind, deer crashes, fender benders, and the little things in between, we can help you ensure what matters most in your life. Let us help you design a plan that meets your needs and budget. Visit us online or call us at 1-800-569-0118 to learn more.
The American dream has changed over the years, but Farmers National Bank has not. This is Jean Ann Wagner. Farmers National Bank has been backing the American dream for over 100 years. Tell us what you'd like to accomplish, and we'll work with you to achieve it. As we celebrate 100 years, it's never been about us. It's always been about our customers and their successes. That's the American dream. We're Farmers National Bank in Phillipsburg, Agra, Logan, Kensington, Stockton, and Atwood, member FDIC.
At Phillips County Health Systems, patient-centered excellence is more than a goal. It's a mission. And that's why we continue to be one of the top critical access hospitals in the country. We care for members of our community through all stages of life, providing quality health care, innovative rehabilitation therapies, and convenient access to specialists. It's the kind of care our patients should expect, the kind of care you deserve, the kind of care provided at Phillips County Health Systems.
Olive Bovey Furniture and Appliance, located on State Street in Phillipsburg, Kansas, wants you to come on in and take a look at our incredible inventory of recliners. With a variety of colors and fabric to choose from, you are sure to find the perfect recliner for your home. We also have reclining love seats and sofas that will make your living space comfortable and stylish. Take advantage of our great deals now.
At Olive Bovey Furniture, we'd like to make your house a home.
Looking for something to do in Phillips County? Check out My Phillips County Online's event calendar. Have an event you'd like the community to know about? Go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Click on Events, then click on Add Your Event. Fill out the details and submit. Or just email your event information to news@mykansasonline.com. It's a free and easy way to share your event information.
Hey guys! Every home has potential. Yeah, it's not enough just to create your perfect space. You need to protect your dream of home ownership. With the American Family Insurance Home Quote Tool, it's easier than ever to get a customized policy designed for your future.
This is great.
American Family Insurance.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local news.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local events.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's your source for local sports information.
What is My Phillips County Online?
It's a local business directory.
What is My Phillips County Online?
The website that you're going to check out after this broadcast.